You know you need to say no, but you don't because you don't want to disappoint people. You don't want to seem ungrateful. You don't want to burn bridges. So you say yes and resent it later. Welcome to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential, the podcast where your transformation begins. I'm Sean Michael, and each day I'll bring you quick, impactful insights and action steps to fuel your personal and professional growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone ready to break limits and ignite greatness, this is your daily power boost to crush obstacles, stay focused, and awaken the extraordinary potential within you. Because remember, greatness begins within. Let's go. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. Yesterday we talked about the FOMO tax, what you pay when you can't say no. Today I want to address the reason most people don't say no. They just don't know how. Here's what most people think. Saying no is rude, selfish, career limiting. But it's only true if you say no badly. When you say no well, you protect the relationship and your capacity. You honor the other person and yourself. You decline the opportunity without burning the bridge. A few years ago, I got invited to partner on a project. Great person, great concept, great potential. But I was at capacity, and I knew if I said yes, I'd show up at 60%. So I had to say no. But I didn't want to damage the relationship. So here's what I did. I didn't make excuses. I didn't over-explain. I didn't ghost and hope they'd forget. I said, I'm honored you thought of me. It sounds incredible, but I'm at capacity right now, and I don't want to say yes and show up half present. That wouldn't serve you on this project, so I'd rather decline with integrity than commit and underdeliver. And you know what happened? They thanked me because I honored them for being honest. 2 years later, they came back with another opportunity. And that time, I had the space to say yes. Here's what happens when you don't know how to say no well. You make excuses like, I'm too busy or I have other commitments. You over-explain. 3 paragraphs justifying why you can't. Or you ghost. You avoid the conversation and hope they stop asking. All of these approaches do the same thing. They weaken the relationship. Because people don't respect excuses, they respect honesty. Here's your shift. A strategic decline isn't about making the other person feel good. It's about being clear and kind. Clear, I can't do this right now. Kind, and here's why I'm saying no, because I respect you too much to say yes and underdeliver. That's a no that protects both of you. Let me reframe what saying no actually is. It isn't rejection, it's redirection. You're saying, not this, not now, but I value you, and I value this relationship enough to be honest. Here's your framework. Step 1, honor the ask. Thank you for thinking of me. Step 2, decline with clarity. I'm at capacity. This isn't aligned. I don't have space to do this well. Step 3, reaffirm the relationship. I'd rather say no now than yes and underdeliver. I value this relationship too much for that. That's it. No excuses, no over-explaining, no guilt. Just honest, kind, clarity. And if you're struggling to identify what to say no to, or you need help practicing how to decline without guilt, book a no-cost identity clarity call. We'll work through your actual commitments and craft the language that protects both the relationship and your capacity. The link is in the show notes. And that language, that's what we're refining in the next episode. The season filter. Knowing what fits this chapter of your life. Because not every good opportunity is a now opportunity. And the leaders who last, they know the difference. But first, let me wrap up today with your strategic decline practice. Think of one thing you need to say no to, but haven't yet. Now, write it out using the framework. Thank you for, I'm at capacity. This isn't aligned. I can't do this well right now. I value the relationship too much to say yes and not deliver. Practice saying it out loud, because the more you practice, the easier it gets. Saying no doesn't need to burn bridges. Saying yes when you mean no, and then resenting it, that burns bridges. So protect your capacity, protect the relationship, and say no with clarity and kindness. This was the Strategic Decline, how to say no without burning bridges. Next episode, the season filter, knowing what fits this chapter of your life. You see, not every good opportunity belongs in this season. And discernment, that's knowing the difference. With strength and heart, I'm Sean Michael. Stay close. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.